Hey everybody, how's it going? Bill here with episode 4 of Remodeling Melrose. I know it's been a while since we've last met on video here in this house. We're going to talk a lot about that in episode 6, so stay tuned for that. But, very important episode here. I'm joined here by Nicole Les of Heart Creates Home,
Exactly.
Home design and staging.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining.
Oh, thank you for having me.
This is awesome. So I work with Nicole religiously on all my staging projects, and you've been a huge help for my clients, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we want to talk about how we're going to be staging this house. The remodeling is basically almost 100% done, and now it's time to clean and stage and get this house ready for market next week. Talk a little bit about kind of your role as a stager in the selling process for people who may not be familiar with what stagers do.
Well, I mean, stagers just give, empty rooms looking cold and, just vacant. We need a purpose for rooms. We just want to bring in a feeling. Buyers usually make their decision if they buy the house on emotions. This house feels right to me, this room I like, So if there's nothing that they can bond with and connect, then it's typically harder. Small rooms, just, where will I put the couch, where the dining room might not fit in there, the twin bed, but I need something bigger. It's all those negative thoughts that we don't want.
Yeah.
We just want that people say, this works, I like it, I can see myself living in here.
And you touched on something really key, getting people emotionally bonding
Right.
with the property, because we all know we buy emotionally and justify logically, right?
Yeah.
And the key, and one of the things that we try and do with all of our listings, is to ramp up the emotion on the buyer's end to where they get a stronger connection with the property. And there's no more effective way to do that than with staging. And I will say, a lot of sellers resist on staging. The ones that don't, the ones that kind of do the trust fall, usually make out 5 to 10 times better in terms of what they've spent on staging. Easily, they make at least 5 to 10 times what they spent.
And they also disconnect from their house, which I like. We sometimes don't bring only furniture. We tell, take out the table, pack this. So it's much easier to kind of take yourself out of the house, which is hard because we love our houses.
Mm-hmm. We've lived there a long time.
We love our houses and we want to find something that we love again, but we need something that's in there.
Right, and it gets it ready for market. That may not be your particular style or what you love or what you've loved about the house, but our job is to make sure to absolutely maximize every last penny of your equity, and we do that by staging and making it more appealing to the general public rather than just one in particular person.
And creating spaces and defining spaces and giving purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of that, let's figure out what we're going to do in here. So we're obviously in the kitchen. Not much we're going to do in here, but talk about some of the things you would do here.
So there's a lot of white, a lot of grays, just warm it up with maybe yellows and some wood elements. People like the farmhouse style, so there will be maybe a cute sign, there will be an artwork. If we can, we make it eating kitchen to just show that you can have a drink here and then you can go into your backyard. So just adding a little bit pops of color for the listing pictures.
Okay, great. And that's another thing. Staging is so important to make sure that the photos are looking good, because the photos are absolutely the most important part of the marketing when you're selling a house, without a doubt.
That's what you see first, right? And then you want to go and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so there's still some stuff here left over because we're still working on it, so excuse that. Let's go ahead, Nicole, into I guess would be, originally was the formal dining room. And Sarah Bird, thanks for helping us out on the camera here. Talk about this. We were kind of discussing this room, and it's kind of a little bit of a challenge, this room for staging.
Well, I do like it as a dining room, but we have, we're coming from the living room through the kitchen, so it's a walk-through room. We need to keep the flow of let's say we do like a glass table, it's not too heavy, and then we can have 4 chairs here, and then we might put something, like people can have their buffet or, concert table. There can be drinks, you can have your drinks at the open house,
Yeah.
Then we will display something here and all colors will flow together, so what's as an artwork here or a mirror will be also in the shops or on the table.
Okay, good.
But neutral from the base colors of the furniture.
Right, okay, excellent. So we're heading into the living room here. Now, when we were talking about this, one of the questions you asked me was like, okay, where is people going to be watching TV?
That's always important, where will be the big TV.
Yeah. So what do you think? What are you thinking here?
So, we don't have too much wall space, but I just, I don't want to hang a TV because it doesn't look good, but people need to see, even if it's just a replacement. If we use this wall of a console table and we have a piece of artwork as the TV holder here, then we can come up with a decent sized sofa on this side. We still have space for 2 side tables, we have a night rug, we have a coffee table, so this area is settled without losing our flow here.
Okay, alright. So
and then, so just that you always want to make sure that people can walk easily through the house, which is also the flow of the energy. And then, we might want to just soften this up a little bit with sheer curtains.
Okay, great. That sounds good. Now we got a little porch out here as well. Kind of a 3-season porch. What are you thinking out here?
This is very cute. So, we can give this multi-purpose. We can have it as a little marking for the kids. So there would be, we can have a little bench with pillows. We can have maybe hooks or something nice. And then, people can come and sit here with 2 chairs. Little table, have their coffee here, or in the evening, have their wine. Open all the windows.
Yeah. Okay, great. Sounds good. And then last but not least, we got the bedrooms. Obviously not that complicated, but people obviously can envision, what goes in a bedroom.
Right.
But why is it important to actually stage it as a bedroom?
So first on the listing pictures you will just see empty rooms, right? You buyers don't know, is this the bedroom, is this the dining room, is this the living room? And then people come in here and they don't know how big is the queen mattress, how big is the twin, how big is the full. If you don't show them, they will say, no, it's not working for me. Let's move on to the next house. So if we either set it back here, so we will have a curtain because this window opens to the sunroom.
Right.
And then we have a lot of space, and we don't need to bring in dressers and all that stuff.
Right.
Once the bed has settled here, people see, oh my God, there's so much space.
Yeah.
I can have the desk, whatever they want to do, whatever the child maybe wants to do.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, great. That sounds good. I think that pretty much wraps it up for the house. We've got kind of like a little hallway here, but I don't think there's much to do here other than maybe something on the wall, or what do you think?
Maybe something on the wall. It's all, this might be the last step, seeing what's in the kitchen, what's in here, all the rooms that join this area might get something, that goes with it.
Okay. Oh, in the bathroom, of course. So what kind of little things do you do for bathrooms?
So we just, add a shower curtain, do some nice towels, give it a clean and elegant look. Some soaps,
Yeah. Great. Sounds good. Well, Nicole, thanks so much for joining us. This is great. We will be coming to you with another episode very shortly after Nicole gets this staged. You'll see what it looks like right before we come on the market. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Nicole.
Oh, thanks for that.
And we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.